AJ210 here, and before we get to the battle report, I just wanted to say that this is my submission for the mini wargaming shopping spree. I'm making it legit right now. Awesomeness. Good movie. It was really funny because I just played this game today and I had no idea that this was going on. I was planning on making bat rep anyways, and one of my buddies told me that, hey, mini wargaming is doing this video contest thing, so perfect, I have a fresh new video just for that then. We played Planetstrike. It was the first time either of us had played Planetstrike, and we had 1,500 points, and we didn't do the whole like extra heavy things because we were playing for a regular game, so we only brought a regular 1,500 point army. So it was a learning game. We didn't have bastions or anything, so we used buildings instead, as you'll see. The video is going to be a little longer than I usually wanted it, but it's just because I'm adding this part. So, and if you're interested in entering the competition yourself and you don't know about it, I will post a link either in the video somewhere or in the comments. So yeah, enjoy. So like I said before, we're playing 1,500 points and we're playing just a basic Planetstrike game. It's Dark Eldar versus my Tyranids, so looking forward to lots of poison weapons. So let's go over my 1,500 point list right now. So as you can see, a little bit of a swarm. I got a Hive Tyrant with Old Adversary, Hive Commander, Armored Shell, and a Guard. Tervigon, that's troops because of those Termagants right there. 6 Umgarl Gene Stealers, 3 Zoanthropes in a pod, a Trigon Prime, 3 Hive Guard, and 25 Hormagaunts with Toxin Sacks. And now I'll be going over the Dark Eldar army list. So going from left to right in that box, he's got 9 Witches, with one of them has a Hydra Gauntlet, and a Squad Leader with a Venom Blade. Attached to that unit is a Homunculus with a Crucible of Malediction. He's got 8 Trueborn, 2 of them have Splinter Rifles, 4 of them have Blasters, and 2 have Splinter Cannons. And then his third unit is 9 Incubi with Drazar the Blade Master. That awesome guy. And then each Raider is equipped the same. They have a Flicker Field and a Dark Lance, and the 2 on the left, which have the Witches and the Trueborn in them, have Night Shields. And the Incubi and Drazar are in the right one. And then he has 2 basic squads of warriors with a blaster and a splinter cannon in each one, just foot slogging, no transport or anything. And then the last thing that he has in his army is a Razorwing jet fighter with 4 Shatterfield missiles. So we rolled off to see who was choosing to be attacker and defender, and I won the roll-off, so I decided to attack. And that means I get to let the Dark Eldar defend, and they get to rearrange the terrain however they feel fit, and however many objectives we have. So here's a look at the battlefield after the Dark Eldar player had rearranged it. So as you can see, we've got 5 buildings. Each one counts as an objective, kind of like a bastion, but instead we're just counting them as basic ruins, and you just got to be inside it to claim it. And a few hills, and that's about it. So lots of objectives out there. The Dark Eldar player lays down his stratagems. I believe he had like a Las Maze, and he rolled really high, so he got my entire deployment side. And then that building has a Void Shield and Power Generator. And now the Dark Eldar are going to deploy really quick, not a whole lot. Most of his stuff is staying in reserves, and just his basic warrior squads are in those 2 buildings. And now it's time to roll for the Firestorm. Aw yeah, I have that stratagem where you roll 2 dice and add the objectives, and I got, as you can see, 15 Firestorm templates, so it's time to bring the pain. As you'll see here, there's 2 left, and they're pinned, and that's it for that unit. And then there's, I think, 3 or 4 left in there, and they're not pinned. So that's the results from all my Firestorms, and we'll go to the top of turn 1 for the Tyranids. Everything came on except for the Tervigon. I lost 6 Hormagaunts to that Las Maze. The Zoanthropes dropped the shield, and my Gene Stealers charged in and killed a whole bunch of his guys in there. And that was about it for my turn, so let's go to Dark Eldar bottom of turn 1. Really nothing happens here except finishing up that combat, and all of his warriors are gone. And now we'll go to the Tyranids top of 2. So there's really nothing on the board, so I just kind of repositioned everything and moved closer. I lost 2 guys over there from the Las Maze. And that's about it. Just getting ready for his stuff to come in on that side of the table. So he rolls for reserves, and as you'll see, he does pretty well. Everything comes on except for his Trueborns. He fires a whole bunch of those missiles and kills 7 Hormagaunts, a couple Termagants, and wounds my Trigon once from all of his shooting. And I think that was it for that turn. Oh, my Spore Pod got instant killed by a Dark Lance. So let's go to top of turn 3. So I spawned 9 Termagants. I did not roll doubles. The Hive Guard and the Zoanthropes moved up, and as you'll see, took down the Razorwing jet fighter out of the air. And my Trigon tried to shoot over at that, but did nothing. And so everything's just kind of moving up right now, getting ready for the charge. And now we're moving on to Dark Eldar, bottom of turn 3. So he rolled for reserves, and his Trueborn came on, and pretty much decimated everything in the middle there. As you can see, my Trigon, my Zoanthropes, and my Hormagaunts are all dead, and I think they didn't sustain any casualties. Maybe one Incubi went down, but that was about it. So definitely a good turn for the Dark Eldar. So let's see if the Tyranids can rebound and get back on their feet. So I spawned 13 Gaunts. I did roll doubles, but that was a good healthy number. And I decided to charge the Incubi squad with Drazar. I paroxysm first with my Hive Tyrant, and my Hive Tyrant was able to kill Drazar, and everything else was able to knock down all the Incubi down to 2. And my Hive Guard shot and killed that Raider. And my Turbigon tried to shoot at the Witches squad and did nothing, and everything else is just sitting tight, pretty much holding objectives. So that was a pretty decent turn, I think, for the Tyranids, but we'll see if the Dark Eldar can push back through. So as you can see here, the Witches charged in and cleaned up all of the Termagants, so there's no Termagants left, and I believe they wounded my Hive Guard once. I was able to kill off the rest of the Incubi pretty much. I don't think any Witches fell. And so I took a few saves for being fearless, and so we're stuck in combat right now for the time being. And his Trueborn and his other stuff shot and killed 2 of my Hive Guard and left the last one with 1 wound. So getting down there at the top of turn 5, we'll see if we can keep holding my objectives. So my Yumgarl Gem Stealers heroically jumped out of the building and aided in combat and ended up knocking down all the Witches except for 2. My Hive Guard did die, but my Hive Tyrant is still not wounded at all yet. My Turbigon and the Hive Guard are sitting tight on that objective, and his Raiders and Trueborn are still over there shooting away. So let's see if the Dark Eldar can do some damage on turn 5. So as you can see here in the middle, that combat is finished. The Gene Stealers and the Hive Tyrant were able to finish off the Witches, and they consolidated forward. I think I lost 1 Gene Stealer in there. And then these guys took heavy fire from the Raiders and the Trueborn, and I went to ground and I saved a whole bunch of them. And these 2 objectives are still mine. So right now at the end of turn 5, let's see. Right now I'm winning. Let's see if it goes to turn 6. And it does. We didn't catch the roll, but he did make the roll, so we're going to turn 6. So not a whole lot happened. The Gaunts and the Turbigon and stuff are all sitting back holding those objectives, and my Hive Tyrant and the Gene Stealers ran forward and exploded that Raider, and I think I ended up killing 3 of the Trueborn that were inside of it, and my Gene Stealers and my Hive Tyrant did not get hurt by the explosion. So all he's got left are those Trueborn and that Raider, so let's see what he can do on turn 6 to try and push me back. So he unloaded all of his Trueborn shots into my Hive Tyrant, was able to bring him down. So he killed the Synapse Beast, and the Darklance from there killed 1 of the Gene Stealers. So does the game continue to turn 7? And no, it does not. We didn't get the roll either for this one, but we did roll a 1. So that's the end of the game. I have 3 objectives here to his 2. So it looks like the Tyranids got a victory out of this one. Awesome game. So the final score, Tyranids 3, Dark Eldar 2. Tyranid victory. Ah, yes. So that was a lot of fun. Planetstrike's a lot of fun. We did pretty basic ones, so I'm looking forward to hopefully doing more Planetstrike. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and wish me luck with the mini wargaming shopping spree. Nom nom nom. Good movie.